All right. We are late today. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to have to move these back on Sundays to probably 8:30 or so, maybe 8 if I get lucky, but just got too many things to do outside. What's going on, Morris Venture Channel, Utah Mike? You guys are always the first couple folks on here. I appreciate that. Hopefully the sound sounds okay. You can let me know. Okay, so today I just want to talk about the Refuge Medical Field Medic Pack. So this is a pretty dope pack. All right, let me show it to you here. I'm probably not going to be able to do too much justice on this because I'm doing it with my live, my web camera. But this is I think it's made by Squatch. Yeah, Squatch Survival. Made in America. And look at just how thick the padding is, and got the nice little air channel in the center there. You've got, I've never seen these buckles before, but I'm like giving it a hug right now. These things are pretty cool. They look very heavy duty. I'm not familiar with them. I'm assuming that they are specific to this brand. I'm not going to be able to reclip it without seeing it, but nice thick waist strap. It's got nice lumbar support right here. I mean, the pack itself has got to be a couple $100, if not more. I mean, it's a really, really nice pack. You could totally use this pack for like a bug out bag or something along those lines. So let me show you what we got on the outside here real quick, and then I'll go to the inside pockets. So we got a couple of soft SOF tourniquets, TCCC recommended tourniquets. 2 of those right there, and then you've got a set zip or Sharpie on the outside, and then a set of, I think these are North American. I think they're North American Rescue shears, but they're branded with Bears logo. Let me look. Does it say? It does not say. So I'm not 100% sure if they're North American Rescue, but they look almost identical. So I'm guessing they are. And that's what they used to put in the kits. And they have a cool little piece of Velcro here for strapping that in so you don't lose those. I'll deal with that later. Then you have on the back, of course, you got the Refuge Medical pack and the Squatch pack. You've got 2 compartments. You got one bigger one down here, and then you've got one big main pack, one big main section here as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to be able to show you all of this from up there, I don't think. So it's probably going to be easier to try to do it down here. And I'll probably never get this all packed back right. But so I'm just going to show you the big components that it has in it. It's sort of like a clown car. It just keeps coming. So let me set some of the stuff out. See it as I go, and then I'll go over it individually. If that looks like a Bearfact 3.0 insert, that's because it is. And ice packs, some wipes, some gauze, trauma pack, the liquids, and what else we got? Oh, we got more. Another ice pack, some tools for working on people, and then another bunch of trauma stuff. Okay, so that is what's on the inside of the main compartment, the big pack. So like I said, we'll get this out of the way. This right here is the insert for a Bearfact 3.0. So it's got all the stuff that you would need to, treat a gunshot wound or major laceration or anything like that. You just grab this, pull it out of the pack, and you're ready to do your initial, treatment on somebody, even if you couldn't take the big pack with you. So if it was care under fire or something along those lines, you just grab this and go. So I like that a lot. I think that's really, really cool. And that's also a big part of the expense. I will say that this pack is not cheap. However, for what you get, it's a really good value. I don't think that I have ever seen they call it like a Stomp Mini or a Field Medic pack, and I have another Stomp kit from Army Navy Surplus Outdoors or something like that, and it was only like $300, but it was filled with a bunch of cheap junk. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. And the backpack was not nearly the quality that this backpack is, and it just, it was okay, but it wasn't great. So let me see what else we got. Okay, trauma pack here. This has got an eye cup in it. You've got an emergency blanket. You've got some rolled gauze. You got a triangle bandage. You've got compressed gauze, and a couple of abdominal pads, a couple of eye pads, some 4x4s, I think. So just a good kind of, little trauma pack for dealing with traumatic injuries. Then this bad boy here is what do they call it? The Olays modular bandage. And this is a pretty wide, it's a pretty big one. I think 6-inch, might be even wider. Now, this one's the one that's wider, I think. So this one is the blast bandage, and it's hard to tell. Oh, it's Tactical Medical Solutions. You got who this one is too? Yeah, it's just Olays. No, it is Tactical Medical Solutions. Okay. So this blast bandage here is basically for like blast damage. If you from an IED or something, and you had a really bad wound that you had to cover. That's a good wide one. Then you've got a CPR mask. Like dropping stuff. There's so much stuff on the table. And this is actually a good CPR mask. Now I thought it was interesting that they went ahead and included this, because the latest information I heard, so you got a pair of gloves, and then you got the mask. See if I can see it a little better. The light's a little too bright. So it's the one that it fits over the face, Now, obviously that could be used if somebody was having trouble breathing or whatever the case may be, and you were having to do rescue breathing. I think Red Cross recently, within the last year or so, has gone away from doing rescue breaths and just doing heart or chest compressions. Don't hold me to that though. It may have changed. I know Bear and those guys are more on top of this stuff than I am. So let's see. And then in this bag, we've got a bunch more abdominal pads. We've got a couple of burn dressings. We've got a couple of Halo chest seals, I believe. Is that two packs? Let's see. Yeah, one vent and one Halo seal. So we've got 4 total there, so that's really good. And then you got a couple, like I said, tactical burn dressings, 3 of those. And you've got an NPA. Obviously, there's another NPA in the Bearfact kit, and then you got a bunch of abdominal pads with 5x9s. So that's pretty cool. I mean, they really pretty much thought of everything. I think as I was going through it initially, the only thing I could think of that they didn't have in here, or at least I didn't find it, maybe I'll find it when we're going through the live stream, is a finger splint. That's actually a pretty common injury, but easy enough to add into it. Okay, so we got a bunch of burn gel, we got a bunch of providone, iodine wipes, all the wipes and all that kind of stuff there. Dixie EMS, I believe this is called spagmometer, the blood pressure cuff, and it looks like it's an actual good one. So you can't really see it too well with the packaging on it and everything like that, but it looks like a decent blood pressure cuff and stethoscope. And then there's also a pulse oximeter in here as well. That's cool. Okay, what's next? So this bag, just a big bag of gauze, different size gauze, 2x2, 4x4, non-adherent pads, 2x3s, eye pads, eye cups, bunch of stuff. And then a couple of instant ice packs, cold packs, and a bottle of 70% isopropyl alcohol, a bottle of providone iodine, 10%, and ophthalmic solution eye wash for rinsing out wounds or rinsing out your eyes and stuff like that. Okay. I'm gonna just leave that all out for now because I might reorganize a little bit. All right, next is going to be the top pocket. So top pocket, easy to get to. All the top pocket. All right, so we've got 3 rolls of tape, some 2-inch wide athletic tape is what it looks like, and then 2 1-inch wide of the surgical tape. Then you've got, what is that called? Is that Coban? Something like that. Self-adhesive wrap. I think they might call that Coban. And then you've got some duct tape as well. So a whole package full of a bunch of tape. That's great. Then you've got another sort of trauma pack here. You've got 2 compressed gauze, 2 things of rolled gauze, and 2 large things of rolled gauze. Stop falling off my table. Two emergency survival blankets. Medline adult first aid CPR booklet. And then you've got an Esmark bandage. They can be used as a pressure bandage, like for the outside of a wrap. They can also be used as a tourniquet. They can also be used as more often used as a tourniquet on kids because you can get it small enough to go around their little limbs and stuff like that. So that's, or if you have a small female or something like that, sometimes the cat tourniquets or the soft tourniquets are too big. If you don't have something like this, then you can run into trouble. So that's a good thing to have. Well, and 2 ace bandages. Well, Medline, not ace, but then you've got 3 sets of gloves, nitrile gloves, got a Dynarex pin light. It's also got the there we go. It's also got the dilation for the pupils, for measuring the dilation of the pupils and all that in there. And then you've got a, what is it, 14 gauge, I believe. Yeah, 14 gauge, 3¼ inch decompression needle for the chest. All right. Let me get out all the stuff here. Big old SAM splint. That's great. You got a whole their SK6 suture and surgical kit. It's got a drape, got a bunch of gauze, it's got some tape, it's got sutures, it's got pretty much everything you need to sew somebody up. do some, you know, field medical surgery kind of jazz. Holy cow, a whole bunch more in here. All right. Couple more sets of gloves. You got a sharps container. We've got your some steri strips and butterfly and finger bandages and band-aids, so kind of your boo-boo kit. Then a bunch of meds, so acetaminophen, Motrin, aspirin, stuff like that. And holy cow, there's a lot in here. You got a splinter out kit. Haven't actually used that before. I'll have to check that out. I'm not familiar with that one. And then you've got some dehydration stuff. You've got some glucose, Transcend 15 grams of glucose. You've got some tri-oral salts, 4 different bags of that. A thing of triple antibiotic ointment, and then a thing of 1% hydrocortisone cream for itchy stuff. And then you've got 2 boxes of, one of Benadryl and one of loperamide hydrochloride for antidiarrheal. And that is that. So here is these soft tourniquets are really nice. These are good ones. They're the ones with the metal buckles and everything, if I remember right. I don't know. Let me open it up. They may have changed since. Yeah, the metal windlass. So there's that boy. So ready to go. Okay, and I think that's it. I think that's what's in it. Yep, that's about it. Okay, now I got a big ass mess I gotta clean up. I'll clean this up later. Throw this stuff down here. So, great kit from Refuge Medical. If you guys don't have Refuge Medical first aid kits and stuff like that, check them out. I think they're the best on the market. They really do kind of cover all the bases on these things, and they use good components. You don't gotta worry about getting cheap components and everything. And if you use the discount code Reality Survival, they'll save you 10%. That's why I decided to be an affiliate with them, is because I was just really impressed with all their stuff. And I was also impressed with their work ethic and the fact that they give back to the community. You know, they get out there and they help people in times of crisis. I went down and I saw Bear and his team working at in Kentucky when they were down there, and they did a great job. They were working their butts off. Okay. So all slick, it's all falling all over. Okay. There. Now it's all one big pile on the floor. All right. Please stop. So are you talking about the South Florida DCL? Are you talking about I think it's called Bleed Stop that you can get at Walmart or something like that? If that's what you're talking about, I think those do work pretty well. If I remember correctly, Renaissance Marine did, he used some of those and talked about those in one of his videos. And I think I remember I picked up some of it to put in my home first aid kit or whatever. So yeah, I think that it probably does work. If that's what you're talking about, but if not, okay. Well, that was a quick run through on the Field Medic pack. I'm going to go back through the chat here. If you guys got any questions, if you got anything you want me to talk about, then go ahead and put them in there. If you want to come on and chat for a bit, let me know, and we can do that too. I'm probably not going to stay on too long tonight because it's already late, and I've been working my butt off all day today outside, and I'm tired. All right. Yeah, Jimbo, it's a big kit. I'm pretty sure they call it the Field Medic kit. It's about $1,000, I think, is what they had on their website. But if you use the discount code Reality Survival, you can get it for 900. It's expensive, but all good stuff. Lots of good stuff in there. And as far as being ready for prepping kind of disaster scenario kind of stuff, it's well packed. And the great thing that I do like about it is even though the pack is pretty full, but there is enough room left over to be able to still put some additional of your own personalized stuff, the kind of things that you want in there. So there's enough room in there. Jimbo, that's a good idea. I should have taken a picture first. So I don't know which pocket everything goes in. Yeah, you could just about put an MRA machine in there, Electech. Let's see. Hello from Miami. What's going on, Concerned Patriot? All right. Yeah, Jimbo, he says, I feel like I need to go to medical school to learn how to use all that. Go to some of the Refuge Medical training. If you go to refugemedical.com, they have training classes. They travel all around the country and they put on classes for you guys. And from what I hear, they do a really, really good job. So I would go check it out. All American Prepper says he's a number 12 on the like button. I appreciate that, man. South Florida DCL, you got to come on here and chat with me tonight or what? Oh, and just so you guys know too, they didn't send that kit to me for free. I did pay for it. I got a pretty decent discount, but it was still well over half that I had to pay. And I think that's it's worth it, and it's worth it at full price. Honestly, I mean, it was nice of them to give me a discount for it. But I have purchased a number of Refuge Medical's kits with my own money, because they're good stuff. All right. All right, I'm just South Florida says he wouldn't buy anything from Walmart. I thought that's where they carried it, but maybe I'm confused, or maybe I'm not remembering it correctly. All American Prepper, he says their wound care bucket is awesome also. Yes, it is. Got one right there. I got another one down in the basement. Yeah, they're definitely great. All right. South Florida says you're chatting right now. Nobody wants to come on because they haven't washed their dog and done their makeup. No, that's cool. No worries. We'll just make it a short one tonight. No, not a problem. I just wanted to run through all this so that you guys could see it. And that's pretty much it. Unless you guys got any other questions, and I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. I don't want to keep everybody up late for no reason. What's up, Redneck Prepper? How you doing? All right. Cool. Well, I appreciate everybody's time, and I don't want to waste yours. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off. And don't forget to live the 6 Ps, proper prior preparation.